everybody, it's Paul from Alexander Knife Sharpening. So it's here. I believe this is the package from TSPROF. So let's see what's in here. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I think so. I think it's from TSPROF. Let's see what they sent here. So we have, the TSPROF. I think this is the driver set. Oh, very nice. A nice little stubby. I love these. Yeah, I think I've shown you guys before. I have a couple in my store. You can never have too many of these, especially for EDCs. Looks like we got some more stones here. The triple coated diamond stones. Nice. So the other stones that came with the Pioneer were single coated. They don't last quite as long, but they're the higher grits. This is the reprofiling kit, so that's awesome. I really wanted to see that, so that's really cool. Oh, we got some other knife clamps for clamping other size knives. Yes, very nice. Oh, look at that, for probably being able to do longer knives. Yeah, these are extended clamps. Okay, so we got some extended clamps. Very cool. Oh, filled with a bunch of stuff. Awesome. Oh boy. Lots of goodies this time. Okay. Okay. So for those clamps, a wider bar for doing bigger knives. And what do we got here? This is for the angle cube to go into something. I'll have to research that and see what that's about. So it looks some type of holder for the, might just be a holder for the angle cube. We got a spring limiter, an extender for the sharpening arm. Oh boy, lots of parts. And what do we got here? L attachment. L attachment, universal stoppers of abrasive holder. So abrasive holder stoppers. And we got one more thing here. Another stop limiter. So 2 spring-loaded stop limiters. That's neat. Yes, and there it is. Okay, the TSPROF Cadet Pro. So this is great, guys. This is starting to get into their what they consider their professional sharpening gear. So I will get this all set up and start testing, and then we will start doing a review for everybody. Now, one of the things I don't know that I mentioned to everybody, my customers know because I have it on my website, but my YouTube followers don't know this, but I'm gonna fill you all in now. I don't want anybody to think like, oh, did he cut his fingers off? So next week I'm going in for surgery on my hand. And yes, you can see everything's fine. I have all my fingers. I have a problem with a tendon here in my left hand. It sometimes gets locked, and for the past couple years, they've been able to fix it with a cortisone shot, and the cortisone shots have stopped working, and I have to get surgery on this tendon that runs up through your thumb because mine's not moving. And at first I thought I had a cyst down here. I got a big giant ball down here, and it's the tendon that's all swollen. So they're going to clean that out and make it so it starts moving back and forth in my hand again, so that I can not have pain in my thumb when I use my hand. I have to take a week off from sharpening. I'm not supposed to use my left hand, but I thought this would be a great opportunity to do something. And the fact that this particular TSPROF was coming in, I thought, wow, this might be a great test for this. So a lot of my followers are military, veterans, police officers, because I've done all those things. And regularly, I would say at least once a month, maybe sometimes even twice a month, I will get a message from a veteran who is disabled, who really wants to start a knife sharpening business because they think it's something that they can do. And they'll ask me, Paul, do you think I could do this? I'm a disabled vet and this is my disability. I think for a lot of disabled vets, a lot of this sharpening stuff could work for you guys. some things would be tough. There's certain machines, like my Tormek machines, they're not real easy to work on sitting down. You kind of need to be able to stand up, and I'm always leaning over them. And even my back hurts sometimes when I spend a lot of time working on my Tormeks. But one thing I've thought about when this comes in, and I used to have, guys have mentioned to you before about the Wicked Edge that I used to own. When I hear these, I'm always thinking like, what would be a good machine for a disabled vet that wanted to sharpen? And, I'm like, the Ken Onion Elite's not going to be fantastic because you need both hands. The Wicked Edge isn't going to be real great because you need both hands. But I kept coming back to the TSPROF, and I was like, the TSPROF might work for a disabled vet or a person that has only use of one hand, or even has multiple disabilities, because you can do it seated easily. You can clamp it down to a desk, and some of their bigger units are heavy enough that they don't even need to be clamped down. I'm not sure about this particular one. It's got some good weight to it. We'll see if it needs to be clamped down or if they just bolt it down. I'm not quite sure yet, but I think it might be a freestanding unit. And even if it's not, that's not a big issue. The TSPROF, I think you could work it one-handed. I really do. It's that well designed. The hardest part would probably just be clamping your knife. I'm going to give it a shot. So next week, after Tuesday, I'm not supposed to use my left hand. It's going to be bandaged up. But for my veterans out there, I'm going to give it, my best shot to see, can I work this with one arm? Because it might be a great machine for you guys. And I get that question so much, and it's like, it's hard to recommend some of these other machines, but it also depends on the person's particular disability. So a 1x30 might work for someone whose disability is only in their legs, but has full use of their upper body and their arms. But if someone only has one arm to work with, all this gear could be difficult. But I'm going to give it a shot, and I think this might be an answer, or might be an option. And quite frankly, people with disabilities are so amazing. They learned how to do things that, many of us can't even do great with two hands. They figure out and learn ways to do it with one. But I think this is possibly a potentially good machine for that. I think the hardest thing, like I said, would be the clamping of the knife in there. And I think the answer to that also, though, would be a nice set of T-handled Allen keys so that you can tighten it with one arm. The hardest part's just going to be getting the knife in there, but we'll see. I'm going to give it a shot. That's it. That's what's going on. Surgery next week on Tuesday. I am going to still be doing laser engraving. The only thing the doctor doesn't want me doing is two-handed sharpening. So we'll see what happens, and we'll get started with the TSPROF review. I will still have Monday to use both of my hands. It's not till Tuesday, and then I have to take 7 days off and then go back in. And as long as the doctor clears me, then I can go back to activities as normal. So that's it. That's what's going on in my world, and I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.